Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. I was absent yesterday. There was a strange vibe in the air and I thought I'd take a day off, have a rest. And as it turned out, Sinead O'Connor sadly passed away, and I had very strangely suddenly thought about her a couple of days before, randomly out of the blue. And a friend of mine, I was talking to an Irish friend of mine about it today, and she said she also, out of the blue, suddenly thought about her a few days ago and wondered how she was doing and hoped she was okay. So it was something that was very much in the ether. And very sad. She's my vintage, and so it really hit hard. And so rest in peace to an amazing talent and a very sad life. And so that was where I was yesterday. But I'm back here at the tarot table today. I have the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot on the tarot table. It's just a regular Rider-Waite tarot. And well, Finally, we get some good news from the justice system in the UK. Mr. Justice Fancourt, is that how you address him? I'm not quite sure. But anyway, he seems to have seen sense. I did see that he would see sense in readings I did. Not swayed by Prince Harry's arguments about a secret agreement. Arguments that the defence lawyers for the Sun newspaper called Alice in Wonderland. And so now it emerges today that the judge says the secret agreement was not plausible or credible. For those of you who don't know what the secret agreement was about, Harry claimed that there was a secret agreement between the royal family and the Sun that they wouldn't pursue any claims while other claims were being processed. The royal family would sit it out and wait, basically. I think I've got that right. So that's why his case has been brought so late. It's out of time. It's way out of time. And the judge didn't fall for it. He said the secret agreement was not plausible or credible. It is quite clear that there was never any such agreement, and it is only the Duke who has ever asserted there was. That's judicial speak for Harry is lying. So his phone hacking claim against the Sun has been chucked out, just like Hugh Grant's was a few months ago. There are some lesser claims, and the phone hacking one was the main one, as far as I understand it. There's some lesser ones about private investigators and blagging, going and trying to squeeze information out of other people. And those are going to trial. Though the judge didn't sound very convinced by those either, but he said he would let them go to trial. They're going to trial next year. So Omid is trying to interpret this as a signal victory for Prince Harry because he's finally getting his day in court about this, but he's not getting his day in court about phone hacking. That is gone, never to be seen again. And he has basically been accused by the court of lying, and I won't say allegedly all of that. It's a polite way of saying don't believe you. You're the only one that ever asserted that there was this secret agreement. You've brought no evidence to court to prove it, and so I don't believe you, and I'm chucking your case, your claim out. So we're going to just do a little 5-card reading to warm up today and see how Harry feels right now. Is he mortified? Is he embarrassed, set back by this, angry, or does he still persist with this notion that he's above the law and he's doing the work of the Lord in reforming the British media? Is that still holding together, or is he having a bit of a moment of doubt, self-doubt right now? Is he capable of self-doubt? One wonders. So that's what we're going to look at today. How is he feeling? Did he honestly believe in this secret agreement, or was that just a ruse that was cooked up at the very last minute, tried to get it bunged into the claims because everything else was falling apart? There's the tower that showed up. So did he honestly believe in that secret agreement? How credible is he as a witness right now to the judge, Justice Fancourt? who seems to be the go-to person for these kinds of cases. He's handling the mirror case as well, I seem to recall. So how's that going down with the judge? How does he view Harry? How credible is Harry as a witness right now? And what's the outcome going to be of these other claims that are going to be heard? Okay, we've got our cards. Next year, what's going to happen there? So as I say, 5-card reading, small little reading, but let's just check in. And I think a great relief all around that this decision came down. And it seems very fair, it seems very reasonable from where I'm standing and from where most observers are commenting. And let's just remind you, because we're talking about court cases here, that this is just tarot for fun and entertainment, or just my opinion, or speculation. I read energy here, and archetypal energy. We learn from what happens to these archetypal people. And disclaimer in the box below, and Wheel of Fortune in reverse as our underlying energy. Ooh, this is a big setback. Unexpected. 8 of Cups there, you can see as the next card. We don't need that. We've got a big enough card here as our underlying energy. That tells us that this was unexpected. This is a blow. This feels like very inauspicious. It really wasn't expected from Prince Harry's point of view. I'm sure the lawyers might have viewed this all quite differently. That guy with the big hair, forgotten what his name is, who showed up in court today to hear the decision from the judge. But Wheel of Fortune in reverse is very, it's bad luck, literally. Things going against you on a large scale. Almost feeling like there's a conspiracy against you. I'm getting that from that card. And the next reading I'm going to do today is about the Emmy thing and how that with the witch hunt, that my term, that Harry and Meghan are undertaking because they believe there's a conspiracy against them in Hollywood. Here is the conspiracy against Harry in the British legal system. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. A big setback, a big blow. Wasn't expecting it. He was on his crusade. Here comes Fluffy as ever to participate in the reading. So a big setback. Let's have a look at the actual situation. What are we dealing with right now? We're dealing with Queen of Pentacles, and the late Queen was at the heart of this alleged secret agreement, and that is her energy that's come through the Taurus Queen. Very stable, long-serving, very faithful, very loyal. Not a likely person to have cooked up a secret agreement with the tabloid press in the UK. And not likely at all. So it's her reputation that was really at stake here, and it has been reasserted by the court in the very strong pronouncement from the court that they did not buy this claim at all. So there she is. She's shown up. How does Harry feel right now? Is he embarrassed, ashamed, shocked, egotistical about it? What's going on for Harry? Well, yeah, okay. I have to say, as a reader, I'm pleased to see that card. I can't keep my emotions out of this. I do try and be sort of dispassionate when I do these readings, but a 9 of Swords, yeah, you deserve it to be having a sleepless night tonight, waking up wherever you are, waking up from under whatever park bench or bridge or wherever you live, where you lay your hat, to see the headlines, even though some of them have been quite favorable towards him, BBC among them, trying to write this as, oh well, he's getting his day in court and they're going to do battle in court. And what rot. The big claim has been chucked out, and Harry has basically been described by the court as a liar. So there it is, 9 of Swords, anxiety, stress, worry. How am I going to pay the lawyers? Some people say that this is one of those winner only pay if we win kind of a thing. Forgotten what that is called technically, but you know what I mean. So maybe not worried about money, but worried about reputation, worried about what path he has chosen to go down, the wisdom of the path he is now pursuing. Coaxed along this path seemingly by Elton John and David Furnish, that holiday in Nice those years ago when he met that lawyer fellow, David, whatever his name is. I think he's a David somebody or other. Regretting it now. Did he honestly believe in that secret agreement? Was he convinced that there was such a thing? The Hierophant is the royal family. He might have. He seems to be switched off enough and naive enough and dumb enough, my opinion, and his mother's opinion also, thick as a plank, that it's possible that somebody was able to convince him of this, because the Hierophant is the royal family and it's the major arcana for Taurus. She showed up twice now. And so I honestly actually believe that he believed this. I don't know where he got the notion from. We might have to pull a card and ask who put this idea in his head about the secret agreement. But that's not a card of duplicity and making stuff up. It's a card of believing that the royal family was capable of this. The institution, as he calls it, was capable of cooking something like this up to thwart him and his right to pursue the matter in court. So really, somebody has got right inside his head and filled it with nonsense, in my opinion. I mean, we will ask who the somebody is. How about his credibility as a witness? What does the judge think about him right now? Justice. There is the judge has shown up as justice. You're not going to be fooled by anything. Not going to be fooled. And this is the sense, and this was my working title for this this little reading, was that Fancourt not fooled. Was the scribbled note to myself. I always write down my questions, I write down the story, the points that I want to make, so that I can glance at it when I get lost. I do sometimes get a bit lost, and also to make it clear between me and universe what I want to know. But there it is. The court is going to be impartial. It's going to do its duty. Going to be impartial. It's going to be fair and balanced. Hear both sides and then decide on the evidence that's put before the court. And there was no evidence of a secret agreement that was put before the court, and that's why the judge decided the way he did. And so it's not telling me that he has a very poor opinion of Prince Harry as a person, but it is telling me that he is not going to be swayed by the fact that he is dealing with a member of the British royal family, as seemingly, allegedly, all of those words, the judge in Meghan Markle's privacy and copyright infringement case seemed to be quite daunted by the fact that here comes little Miss Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, who's just had a miscarriage, and or too delicate and sensitive to appear in court. And oops, I just forgot that I helped Scooby-Doo with his book. So it's quite a different energy coming through here in this reading. Harry's energy is bad. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Shock, horror. Can't believe this went against me. Didn't see it coming. Now, massive stress. But he really believed this. So let's see, according to my cards anyway, let's see how the rest of the case is going to go in the coming months. Could even be about a year before the case goes to trial, apparently. These things do take a long time. And how's it going to go for Harry? These other claims of private investigators being hired to do the dirty and stuff like that. What's going to happen with that? How's it going to go? Nope, not going to go well. Ace of Cups in reverse. He's going to regret this. Ace of Cups is big emotion. When it's in the reverse, can be repressed emotion that's not expressed or withdrawn from somebody, but also just massively upset. Very upset. Very, very, very. We've got the beginnings of the upset there with the Nine of Swords. That's more of a mental sort of stress. But here it's a full flood of woe and worry. And around about the same time as this is all going pear-shaped, according to my timeline that I did a couple of days ago, would be the same time as divorce is made known to the rest of us. I'm sure it's known to Harry and Meghan already, but it's a time of great woe. And on this cup, you've got the there you can see. So he's going to lose not just the court case, but I think it's going to be the moment when Meghan walks I'm tying the two together. This is what my intuition is telling me. She could be saying, oh, well, he's just pursuing these foolish claims in the British courts. I told him not to. I told him not to write that book. I told him not to pursue these cases in court. My case was justified, of course, but his were nonsensical, and he should have dropped it, and it was this whole Chelsea infatuation, and I'm out of here. Tears, a lot of sorrow, a lot of regret, big struggle. Let's have a quick look and see who might have sown the seeds of the secret agreement idea in Harry's brain. Was it the lawyer? Was it the wife? Who was it? Just see if we can get some idea quickly before we move on to the next reading. Who put this idea in Harry's head? Quite an empty head, so it's quite easy to put ideas in that head, apparently, allegedly. Let's see who might have done it. Who was the author of this idea? That's the Megxit card, 5 of Pentacles, one of the Megxit cards, the main one, really. Off we go into the blizzard, away from the horrible royal family there, away from the stained glass windows and those lovely pentacles in the stained glass windows, and out into the blizzard we go. I'm leading you, you injured, damaged, wretched being. Off I go, leading the way, and I am the one that planted the story in your, as I say, pretty much empty brain. That is what the cards are telling me. That's my opinion. I am speculating. Disclaimer in the box below. And that is the reading. Thanks for watching. Fluffy's having a good old stretch and settling in for the next one. Hope you are too. And let me get on and do it.